morning class 10th. Today we will start our next political science chapter, that is gender, religion and caste. I think you are quite familiar with these three words.
Another one, that this chapter is divided between three subheadings as you can see in your NCRTs. One is gender and politics, religion, communalism and politics, caste and politics. One word, as you can see, one word is similar in all three subheadings, that is politics. And why politics? Because we are studying political science here. The first one, gender and politics, are based of social differences. One is gender, religion and caste, as you can see in the flow chart. In gender, there is a hierarchical social division based on social expectations and stereotypes, sexual division of labor, feministic movements, patriarchal society. So now we'll discuss with the first one, that gender division is a form of hierarchical social division but rarely recognized in politics studies. Hierarchical. Hierarchical means arranged in order of rank. In our society, sexual division of labor is widespread. Boys and girls are brought up to believe that the main responsibility of women is housework and bringing up their children. On another hand, men are expected to do all the work outside home. Women in different parts of the world organized and agitated for equal rights and voting rights for women. They also demanded enhancement in the political and legal status of women and improvement of their educational and career opportunities. Then, feministic movement aimed at equality in personal and family life as well. These movements improved women's role and status in public life. In countries like Sweden, Norway, and Finland, the participation of the women in public life is very high. In our country, women still lag much behind despite some improvement since independence. It is because Indian society is male dominated and patriarchal society. What do you mean by patriarchal society? When men hold primary power and predominate in role of political leadership. It values men over women and give them more power, and women face discrimination and oppressions in many ways. The literacy rate among women is still lower than the men. Women still have a small share in the highly paid jobs. They are exported and harassed at the workplace as well as home. As you can see, so many domestic violence cases are there. So government had take a very good step to just control all these things. Now, women's political representatives in India, women's participation in political area is very low as compared to the men. In the panchayats and municipalities, it is legally binded to fill one third of the seats by women candidates. This has resulted in 10 lakh elected women representatives in local government bodies. Now come to the another one, that is religion, communalism and politics. Religious differences may not be as universal as gender division but fairly widespread in the world. In India, people follow different religions. Religious differences are often expressed in politics. Gandhiji believed that religion can never be separated from politics. He was of the opinion that politics must be guided by ethics drawn from all the religions. Human rights groups have demanded that the government take special steps to protect religious minorities as they are mostly victim of communal rights in our society or in our country. Women's movements has urged that family law of all the religions discriminate against women. These instances show deep-rooted relationship between religions and politics. Now come to the communalism. Communal politics is very dangerous. It is based on the ideas that religion is the principal base of social community. Communalism is based on ideology that the followers of the particular religion must belong to one community. It is believed that people who follow different religion cannot belong to the same social community. In its extreme form, communalism leads to the belief that the people belonging to different religions cannot live as equal citizens in one's nation. The superior religious groups is expected to rule the nation or it ends in disintegration of the nation. Communalism can take various forms in politics. Stereotypes of religious communities and believes in the superiority of one's religions over other religions. The desire to form a majoritarian dominance of a separate states. And lastly, the use of religious symbol and leaders in politics to appeal to the voters and communal violence rights. Now come to the secular states. The constitution choose the model of secular state. There is no official religion for the Indian states. The constitution provide freedom to possess, practice, propagate any religion. It prohibits discrimination on grounds of religion. It bans untouchability. So I think you see so many videos and so many news related to these topics, and you are familiar with these situations also. Now, this is the end of this session. We will do the one of the most one, that is caste and politics. We will do it in another video. Thank you and stay safe, and most importantly, please read your NCERT. Thank you.